Hey, what's up everyone? Kobanarmani456 here today, presenting you all another news update on Sonic Boom for the Nintendo Wii U and 3DS. So today, have a ton of new info, as recently GameSpot had an interview with Bob Raffay, the director of Sonic Boom, talking about character designs once again, and Sega's initial reactions to the first artwork of the game. Not the artwork that we've seen of Sonic and his friends, but the original prototype artwork that they did. And it's really funny, as we also get to hear Iizuka's opinion and how he reacted when he first saw the designs that Big Red Button was working on. And then not only that, Sonic Stadium had an interview with Stephen Frost, kind of talking about the music, the 3DS and Wii U connectivity, 2D and 3D gameplay, and the multiplayer aspect of the game. But before we do get into any of that, I want to go ahead and show you all this brand new spanking artwork of Dr. Eggman, or Dr. Robotnik, or whatever you want to call him. And we've never seen his artwork. We've seen him in the Sonic Boom TV trailer and saw that he got a pretty big redesign. But now we have the official artwork, and here it is. And now we finally have the front and back of them. So for all the people who are all attracted to Eggman, there you go. Sega has delivered. I don't know if Clement is watching this, but yeah, there you go. I'm just messing around. But anyway, I really do like this new character design right here. As you all can see, Eggman has a more statesman-like look to him, to where he looks like he's a general, or like he's a political leader or something like that. Because Eggman now has pretty much ditched the voluptuous egg body that he has maintained for so many years, and now has gotten himself a more sculpted body. He has a physique very similar to Knuckles, to where it's very broad up top, but then he pretty much skips leg day. And I don't know, I really do like it, because he's got the broad shoulders, the broad chest, and this stance that he's in right now, it just looks like he means business, like he's on a mission. He's about to send a ton of soldiers, command them to go and kill Sonic and his friends. And he just has a more intimidating look and stance to him right here, which I really do like a lot. Like, he looks like a general. Like, look at that. He just looks so statesman-like, like I said. He looks like, you know, a lot more professional now. Very well kept and well put together. And I really love what they did with his character design. And speaking of general-like, you know, character design right here. Okay, here's what I think happened, because Eggman looks very similar to someone from the past in history, and yeah, school's not over today, kids. You know, we still got a little bit of history to go into right now. But Big Red Button said that when they were making these character designs, they wanted to change them up to, you know, make Sonic Boom a different kind of like franchise of the Sonic series, but at the same time stick with the roots of the Sonic series, you know, not stray too far away. And you know what? I really think they went to the roots of Eggman with this design. I'm going to actually get into that right now, because I haven't heard anyone else go into detail about this or even pick up or notice this at all. So I honestly think I'm the only one who's actually picked up on it, because I haven't seen anyone else say anything about it. But okay, one thing about Eggman is that originally when he was made, he was heavily based off our president, Theodore Roosevelt. As you can see, he's got, you know, the mustache, but his whiskers are kind of exaggerated as Eggman. And he doesn't have a monocle, but he has glasses instead, or lenses, I don't know what you want to call it. But yeah, basically Eggman's design was very heavily based off Theodore Roosevelt. Well, one thing, if you all didn't know, is that Theodore Roosevelt was part of the Rough Riders in history before he became a president. And if you look and see and compare the character design of Eggman to Theodore Roosevelt's Rough Riders uniform, you're gonna see the resemblance is so strong and uncanny. It's insane. Look at this. Like I said, I think I'm the only one that's actually picked up on this, because if you look at this man's uniform right here, when he was part of the Rough Riders, you can see his gloves, his uniform, and everything look very similar to Eggman's right here. You know, he's got the gloves that have, you know, that kind of extend over onto his arms and kind of taper outwards, just like, you know, Eggman's style right here. You know, he looks a lot more, his physique Eggman's physique is a lot more, you know, bulkier. And I don't know, it's just like he's wearing the vest too. Like, he looks so similar to Theodore Roosevelt when he was part of the Rough Riders. Like, I hope I'm not the only one who's seeing this right now, but look at this. Is this crazy or what? So I bet you what they did was Big Red Button went back into history, looked up, you know, what Eggman's original character design was based off of, looked into Theodore Roosevelt, decided to, you know, make Eggman a bit more, I guess, his physique better, and they looked into Theodore Roosevelt as a Rough Riders and saw his uniform and thought, hey, why don't we, you know, kind of inspire Eggman's new design off it, modernize it a little bit, and there we go. We got ourselves a new Eggman, to where he looks different, but he still looks very similar to the Eggman we know and love. And that's my hypothesis right there. That's what I think happened. Let me know in the comments below if you all like that hypothesis right there, because I'm pretty proud of me actually picking up on that. But anyway, yeah, let me know in the comments below what you all think about Eggman's design. Do you think it looks similar to President Theodore Roosevelt when he was a Rough Riders? But yeah, I really do like Eggman's design. And I know I probably went into that a bit more than some people probably don't even care about, but you know, I thought it would be pretty cool to kind of touch in on that and talk about that. But anyway, alright, so now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and get into the other news about the character designs. As Bob Raffay talked about when they were pretty much, you know, approaching Sega with these new designs, Sega was very open-minded. You know, they were ready to see what Big Red Button had to show them, but their first new character designs were so out of this world and strayed so far away from the original design of Sonic that Sega couldn't believe their eyes. They were just completely blown away by how different they looked. And they had some really, really wacky ideas with different colors, you know, costumes, uniforms, all that stuff. In fact, it was so bad that Iizuka couldn't even look at the screen sometimes. Like, it's so funny because Bob actually talks about how he felt really sorry for the guy because it was like they were almost traumatized by what the characters looked like before. And it's funny because the people were, it was so controversial when the, you know, the new character designs went to the internet and everyone was just freaking out. But we don't even know what Sega had to go through when they first saw the original designs of their beloved Blue Blur. I really hope they release some artwork in the future, but I'd really love to see that. But then, not only that, he talks about one conversation they had as, you know, while they were coming up with designs, they actually had a conversation about why a character should or should not wear pants. Yeah, I'm not even joking. And these are the words of Bob. He says that it was a very surreal moment in his life and his career. Like, I can just imagine that right now. Like, look at that. Like, Sega's like, well, you see, Sonic doesn't need to have pants because we're not going to be having anything down there anyway, so there's no point. That's too far away from the original design of Sonic. And just the idea of them having to talk about whether or not a character should have pants and what went down in that conversation, and for it to be the most bizarre, the weirdest conversation that this man has ever had in his life and in his career, that's saying something. Like, you know, you all thought DeviantArt was bad and all that stuff, but Sega probably has some of a bit of the Sonic fan base inside of them too, traumatizing people. Oh my lord. I just crack up to that whenever I hear that, how that was the most bizarre conversation he's ever had in his life and his career. That's so insane. So I don't know if that's I don't know, that's just really funny to me. But yeah, that's basically what they talked about, how, you know, they were, you know, communicating a lot about, you know, just different designs with the characters. But also, he talks about the sports tape on the characters, and the reason why they have that. As, you know, you see Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy kind of having sports tape around their hands, their arms, all that stuff. And the reason why is because Basically, their designs were inspired off of fighters and American football players, which Bob Raffay says are two groups who don't really care what they look like so long as the end result is that they kick butt at what they do. And yeah, I really do like that because, you know, the sports tape actually gives, in my opinion, a more adventurous look to them. And, you know, with the scarf on Sonic, I don't know, like, it really complements them because in the environments they're in, they really do remind me of Uncharted, like the Uncharted series. And, you know, seeing the sports tape and the scarf on Sonic and all that stuff, it just made it feel even more adventurous. Which is what Sonic is all about, adventure, you know, fun, you know, going out and, you know, kicking Robotnik's butt. And I really do like what they did there, you know, their reasoning behind adding the sports tape. I think that's really cool. And not only that, he actually kind of compares Sonic's design to Eggman's design. And this is what I really love more, like the contrast here, because he talks about how basically Sonic and characters and all that stuff, they don't really care how they looked. All they're caring about is getting the job done and saving the world. However, Eggman, though, he's very self-conscious. He's very, you know, he cares about his appearance. And you can already see that in the artwork right here. You know, he's very well put together. You know, he looks like he's a political leader or like a very high official, or like, you know, he's gonna sooner or later become the next president or something like that. Eggman for 2016, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, I mean, you can see that already. Like, Eggman really cares about how he looks, and then Sonic and the other characters just don't care. So it's like they're kind of showing like, they're basically the opposite of each other, which I really do like a lot, how they compared that, put that into contrast, and I like it even more now. The character designs make even more sense now, which I really do like. I don't know, that's just me. But let me know if you all like, you know, their reasoning behind, you know, why they added sports tape around the characters and why Eggman looks so well put together and so snazzy. And, you know, would love to hear your thoughts. But now that we're done with the character designs and all that stuff, now we're going to go ahead and get into the Sonic Boom interview with Stephen Frost from Sonic Stadium. And they talk about the 3DS version, you know, the Wii U connectivity and all that stuff. And basically they're talking about the music and other things too. But for the music, they haven't said anything in stone just yet. They're saying that we'll probably find out some more info at E3 2014. But, you know, still not sure whether or not they're going to go for people like Jun Sonoa or maybe Crush 40 or something like that, or if they're going to actually go to people who have worked with Naughty Dog. So who knows? We may have music from either, you know, artists from the Sonic team or people from, you know, games in the Naughty Dog, you know, series. So, or franchise, I don't know. So that's kind of interesting, actually. Then not only that, the 3DS version is going to have some connectivity with the Wii U version. Not sure yet on what it is, but it's going to be probably similar to like Sonic Lost World. So that's going to be pretty interesting. And then not only that, there's apparently supposed to be some 2D gameplay in the game. Not sure how much it is, but they did say that what they wanted to do was make the gameplay familiar but new. So that's why they added the 2D gameplay to still make it similar to the Sonic games that we've been playing recently. So hopefully it's pretty good. I think it'll be pretty interesting, but I don't know. We'll just have to see what they have up their sleeves, you know, with the 3D and 2D gameplay and how it's going to transition. But apparently it may be like, you know, Sonic Generations and Sonic Unleashed. And then not only that, they talk about the multiplayer of the game, and sadly, they have confirmed that there is no online gameplay for this game, which really does stink, because I think this game would be perfect for online multiplayer. But they said that they felt that the game should basically focus on local multiplayer and co-op. I don't know. I really wish they would have made it, you know, online multiplayer, but they chose not to, so oh well. Anyway, though, apparently you always have to play with at least 2 characters, so even if you're playing single player, you're still going to have someone tagging alongside you. So it's not going to be like the Sonic Heroes approach to where you have to actually, you know, switch to the other character in order to do a task. It's going to be more like, you know, you're going to need both characters to do a task. So that's kind of interesting. You know, it kind of makes sense. You know, it's not it's not the new Sonic Heroes 2 or anything like that, but basically it's just more about the teamwork, as in both characters are going to have to be doing something together at the same time. So that's kind of cool. And there's supposed to be 2 to 4 player local multiplayer. I'm not sure if it's going to be split screen yet, or if someone's going to have their approach or their view on the gamepad. Still nothing said yet about that, but we'll probably find some more news later on as more news is released. But if you all want to read the interview, I'll go ahead and have the link in the description below. But yeah, that wraps it up for this video, so thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, make sure to drop a like and a comment. It really helps out a ton. Let me know in the comments below what you all thought about, you know, my comparison of Eggman with President Roosevelt, or yeah, President Roosevelt, and what you all think about Eggman's new character design. Also, what you thought about, you know, the character designs and their reactions with Sega. And are you kind of bummed out about the online multiplayer? I'm pretty sure everyone is, but you know, let me know if you're excited about this game so far, and if you've liked all the news that we've heard so far. But yeah, if you all have any opinions or, you know, hypotheses or whatever, love to hear what you all have to say in the comments below. And if you do want me to continue this series, make sure to go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps out a ton, and can't thank you all enough for all the support that you all have already shown, you know, this series over the past, you know, few months. Anyway, thank you all again. See you all. Have a good day. Peace, Cobandermites.